Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be doing a video on how to find a place in Ireland, basically how to rent a place. It's actually a really important one. I don't know how I didn't do this video earlier, but I just remember like, oh my God, it was really hard for us. So I think it's really important to do it for you guys. Okay, so firstly, how did we basically find a place to rent? So I think the first thing is once you get a job in Ireland, once you get your job offer and your contract and everything, and you've decided that you're coming to Ireland, go to daft.ie, which is probably the most common website to find places to rent in Ireland, and start looking for places, whether it's close to your work, whether it's in a good area. But ideally, it's best to get close to your work because you don't want to be traveling so many hours a day just trying to get to work, you know? But the one thing is, rent in the city is very expensive. Anything that's closer to the city is expensive, and as you go further out, it gets cheaper, but not really much cheaper, but it does get cheaper. And then you do have different types of properties. So you do have obviously properties that other people are renting, like their flats, their houses, and then you also have new developments, which are completely new buildings, or completely furnished, and everything is new. But obviously then you are going to be paying more for that because everything is new, and also it is more modern. So I think so basically the first thing you do is start applying for places. So we noticed that we really didn't get any replies. I think we applied 4 months before we came to Ireland, and we didn't get any replies back, which was quite disheartening. But so apparently some people also had that experience. It's because of the IP address, because you're applying from South Africa and a different IP address, obviously compared to Ireland. And apparently they said that it's not that you won't get replies, you can, but when you come to Ireland, start applying more because now you're sharing the same IP address, so you're more likely to get replies. So that's a good thing. But even though while you're in South Africa, still apply. You never know. Because I think one of our first viewings was because we applied for this property 4 months ago. Literally 4 months ago when we first decided we were going to move to Ireland. So honestly, it just depends. So apply for as many places. Don't be too picky. Literally apply for anything because it is really hard to get viewings. I think we applied for more than 100 places, and I think we got to view very few places, which is really sad, but that is the reality because there's a housing crisis in Ireland. There's not enough places to put people in, which is scary and crazy at the same time, but that's the reality. But the thing is, again, what I said is if you stay out of the main cities, because most of the main cities are expensive, like Galway, Cork, Limerick, and many other cities, they're all expensive. And when you stay out of it, it is a little bit cheaper. Like if you stay in Kildare or Nass, depends on where you want to stay, you know? If you have a family, I know you would prefer a house, then you're definitely gonna have to go far out because you're not gonna find a good house in the city. But yeah, so basically I wanted to talk about now what documents do you need if you are to move into a place. So basically the documents you would need would be obviously your 3-month bank statement. If you can get if you're a couple, both you and your husbands, it's always better. No harm in having extra. And then if you have savings, you can also do bank statements for that. And then make sure you have references from your landlord to basically say that obviously you were good, good people who stayed in their house and you didn't trash the place, because that's what they really want to know. And then you need a letter from your employers. So if both of you are working, it's even better. But if one of you are working, just get a letter from your employer basically telling you your net income. And that basically means whatever you make after tax. And especially that's even more important for new developments. With new developments, they're even more picky because for example, with a 1-bedroom, even though a 1-bedroom, you'd think they'd allow a couple, this is new developments, but they'd actually prefer a single person. They'll give the single person more preference, and the couple will be the last preference if there's no other single people that can take it, that can't afford it. So basically with the new developments, the main thing is obviously the amount of people. They have a big issue with that. So for us, we wanted to get a 1-bedroom. We couldn't get a 1-bedroom. They said you had to take a 2-bedroom. And we were a couple with a kid, but we're we don't even need 2 bedrooms, but not up to us. And then like the second thing is about your net income. So your rent can't be more than 40% of your net income, which is after tax. And that's like really important for new developments. That's most new developments. They all require that. So if you know you already don't fit into that bracket, you're definitely not going to get it. They're definitely going to say no to you. So ideally, if you're a couple and both of you are working, then you can definitely get it because you can do it together, like, you know, joint income. And obviously, if it's a joint income, then you would get that. You would reach, obviously, you won't be paying more than 40% of your rent because you would be together, you know. So that would probably be a good one. And the thing is, like, when it comes to like one bedroom, you're going to be paying like from like 1.415 till like 2.5, depending on obviously where you are close to the city. If you're paying closer to the city, you might even pay 2.5 for one bedroom. And I'm talking about like a really small bedroom. It's not even big. And don't even ask me about studios. I don't want to talk about that because it's really bad. Really tiny. Like I've seen people like doing videos about like the studio they stay in, and it's crazy for how small it is and how much they're paying for it, but that's a reality because of the housing crisis. Nothing to do about it. And then for like a 2-bedroom, you'll pay like between like 1.718 up to like 3,000 euros. It can even go higher than that, depending on where you're staying. So honestly, it really just depends. And what else? Yeah, and I think like that's about it. But I honestly think like you have to apply like as soon as possible. As soon as you know you're coming to Ireland, please apply for places as much as you can. The more viewings you get, the better. And like the one thing is when you're going for a viewing, I swear it's like a job interview. You have to dress for it like you're going for a job. And the second thing is, don't only apply for one place. If you get a few viewings, apply for all of them because you don't know which one you're gonna get. Some people actually told me they applied for like 3 or 4 places and like they got declined by 3 places. Like, who would have thought that somebody would say, no, you can't rent this place, even though like you're a good candidate, but like, no, they declined you. So that's what I'm saying. If you get more places to view, just apply for all of them. Obviously, make sure it's something you actually want, but apply for all of them because they can decline you. Like, I'm still in shock they can decline you. Like, I never thought I would be in that situation, but it happens. That's the reality here. Because there are so many people that are looking for places, the landlords are being choosy. Like, you know, they'll choose who they want. And like the second thing is when you're going for a viewing, they literally give you time slots and you only get like a few minutes to view that place, and they'll be like, okay, so you want to put an offer in, you know? Like, okay, so there's like a waiting list. So if the person before you doesn't qualify, then you might qualify for it. That's what I'm saying. Apply for more places. But otherwise, yeah, if you get a place, then that's good. And like the one thing is, if you are coming here, either you're booking, obviously the best thing would probably be to book an Airbnb. Book it for at least 2 months because you don't want to be out of a place. And obviously if you book your Airbnb beforehand, obviously you're not going to pay as much as if you're like only booked it for 1 month and now you're like, I need an extra month because I haven't found a place. It's going to be much more expensive. But it also depends on obviously the time that you're here. If it's a peak time, like now summertime is peak in Ireland. So obviously you definitely will be paying more for your Airbnb. So I think like give yourself 2 months because again, you want to find the right place because you're going to be on a lease for a year. So you're going to be stuck in that place. And in winter here, it is cold and people say the winter here is really bad, but we'll see how it goes. I have positive vibes and high hopes, but actually I'm just like keeping my expectations normal and I'm just gonna experience it myself and then say something about it, you know? But that's what I'm saying. Like in winter, you might be stuck in your house, so you have to like your place. So if you can, be pick and choosy in some way, but at the same time have options for yourself, because you don't want to end up not finding a place at all, you know? It is stressful, I won't lie, because Airbnbs are expensive and you don't want to be in that situation where your Airbnb is like ending and you still don't have a place. But otherwise we love Ireland, and whoever is coming to live here, I hope you guys have a good experience and I hope this video helps you. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this, and I'm going to be posting different videos too. And yeah, Bye, guys.